How's it going, everyone? Whew. What day is it today? I don't know. Tuesday, right? I know it's Tuesday. How you guys going? Tuesday, July 9th. Whew. Man, been playing a little bit of that Dr. Mario game on my phone. What is it, Dr. Mario World? God, you figure I played it today. I should remember what it is. I think it released today. I don't know. I got a notification on the App Store about it. It's pretty much like every other game in its category. So it's a mobile phone game, Mario themed, puzzle, Candy Crush kind of game. All right, cool. That's really all I have to say about it at this point. I haven't played enough of it to really comment more. Maybe we'll have a deeper conversation on it at some point because maybe it ends up being the perfect mix of Nintendo realizing how to make money on phones while also delivering a high-quality product. We'll see. I don't really want to call it that just yet. I need to actually spend a bit more than just dabbling around in it for 10 minutes or so. All right. Sonic Forces 2017, to answer your question, of course there's going to be a Q&A. When do I not let people ask questions? All right. Let's just welcome everyone who's in the chat. This is a YouTube-only stream. So if you're catching this here on YouTube, welcome. There is no Twitch. There is nothing like that tonight because we're talking about YouTube-related things, and I felt like it might be a little inappropriate to bring it up over on the Twitch channel, which, by the way, you guys can go to my Twitch channel and check it out at twitch.tv/NintendoPrimeTV. I mirror my streams there. Eventually, I'll do a couple game streams there a month that I don't do over here, stuff like that, so feel free to check that channel out. Use your Twitch Prime sub on it if you want, all that jazz. But we're talking about some YouTube stuff today. MCN related, multi-channel network, for those who don't know what MCN stands for. And also YouTube policy changes that directly impact my channel. So we're going to get into that here. I'm just going to share this out on our official Discord server. Which, if you would like to join our official Discord server and get full access, be sure to go to patreon.com/NintendoPrime. Join for just $1 per month, and you get full access to our Discord server. Or you can hit that join member button below this stream, and that as well will get you into there. Let me just send this out to everyone on Discord, just to make sure they're where we're streaming. All right. Now, let's say hi to everyone. Ryan Lista's here. Sonic Forces 2017. Evie XYX. How you guys doing? Quid B Pop 3DS is here. Let's see here. Trax Zero is here. Luma Donkey. Leroy Clark is here. Let's see here. Sweet Life of Dio Brando. Although I think he left. He popped in and then left. That Mario fanboy is here. Let's see here. Voltricity is here. Seahawks Gamer is here. Owen Brewster, Leroy Clark, Daffy Duck. I'm scrolling down here, and of course my stuff just jumped. Angelile? I don't know. Welcome. I don't recognize that username, but welcome. Let's see here. Oh, is that everyone? Is that everyone? Corey Baum is here. Tornin Prince is here. Red Plumber as well. All right. So first, I'll get into MCNs in a moment. We're going to cover the first topic because there's some positives with MCNs as well. It's not all bad. Like, my MCN hasn't been terrible to me, but we'll get into it. Anjalele Lily, I'm never gonna get that right. All right, first up, let's talk about YouTube and what popped up in my feed today and what we're gonna be discussing and going over. YouTube actually did something that is very awesome for creators, long overdue, and I want to talk about it. So let's do that, shall we? So this popped up in my feed today. I was supposed to get rid of that little birthday squid. I know the birthday squid is cute and all, but it's not my birthday anymore. So they came up with this thing where it says lots to come of copyright today. We're starting with a few changes. Now, what's interesting is this is today. They're going to be making more changes to how YouTube copyright works. But they linked to this full thing. So let's go over to that. Let's see here. Sure. Thought I already had it open, but... All right. Make this a little bigger for you guys. All right. So it says timestamps and editing tools to help you resolve manual content ID claims. So for those who don't know, manual content ID claims are basically, there's two types of content ID claims that happen: automated and manual. Manual are actually the worst kind of content ID claims, because manual ones are mean someone's targeting your video, someone's targeting your channel. Most manual copyright claims are bogus, and they're very hard to dispute, because if someone has a grudge against your channel and they strike your channel, when you dispute that strike, they have to then respond and say, nope, that person was right, and then take the strike away, which rarely happens. If someone manually targets your channel, you are pretty much screwed. That's the way it used to be anyways. Now, I actually have hands-on experience with this, because I was actually manually copyright striked back in December of 2018 for a video I did on switch hacking, and I used someone else's video showing how to hack a switch. I used a large segment of the video, about 8 minutes of a 14-minute video, I think he did, where I just had some overlay on screen showing how to hack a switch, and talking about switch hacking and Nintendo's measures to stop it, and blah, blah, blah. That video blew up. And because it blew up, the person got mad. The person got mad because I was talking in an anti-hacking tone, whereas this was a pro hacker. And so he was really not mad at me for using his video clip, which I gave full accreditation for. He was mad at me for using a pro hacker's video clip in an anti-hacker video, which is technically fair use. So it's not actually against the law, especially since I was providing commentary. I didn't let any of his words come through. I was completely muted, but that doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. He did a manual strike, and the only reason I got that strike removed, because YouTube has no tools for it. You would just say, I dispute this, and then they would decide if they want to lift the strike or not, and most of the time they don't. The only reason that strike got lifted off my channel is because I reached out to the person individually, had a chat with him, and kind of informed him about how bad the copyright strike system is on YouTube, and how with his copyright strike I couldn't live stream anymore. And he actually never intended to take away my live streaming abilities. He just wanted me to be aware that he was mad, basically. There's a zillion other ways it could have went down. Thankfully, that person ended up being pretty reasonable, so no shade his way. He ended up being pretty reasonable, removed the strike, and moved on with our day. It sucks because, I did lose a bunch of revenue I could have made on that video. Because, again, 300,000 views. Pretty rare on my channel I get a video that does that well. But, it is what it is. So there's been no tools to really deal with content ID claims. And there's been no repercussions for people who do things like that. There's been no punishments in place. All of that is changing. So we've heard from creators that the increased number of manual claims, especially for short segments of video, has led to frustration and oftentimes confusion when the claim lacks key information such as timestamps. Starting today, we're requiring copyright owners to provide timestamps for all new manual content ID claims so creators know exactly which part of their video is being claimed. We're also improving our video editing tools so that manual claims can be automatically released and when the claimed content is removed by creators. So here's what's really cool about this. One, if someone's just claiming your videos because they're pissed at you, now they have to actually tell you what part of your video is their copyrighted content. And that is extremely easy to dispute then. And there's actually a clause in here that you'll see later that if people are doing that, if they're just claiming your videos without actually having anything in the video, or if they just grab a random segment of the video and that random segment is me on camera just chit-chatting away, guess what happens when I get to dispute that to YouTube? they will no longer be able to make manual copyright claims. They will have the ability to claim videos stripped away from them. Yes! YouTube has not done this ever, and now they're doing it. So not only if there is a legit copyright claim, do we now know which segment of the video it is, we now know if someone's BSing the claim. Pretty cool stuff. Now, what's really cool too is the automatic releasing of the copyright claim. There's now an automated system to get rid of copyright strikes and copyright claims. Basically, if someone wants to come in and they get mad at me because I used the image of their face without asking them, right? Say, for some reason, John from Spawnwave didn't like that I put his face in a video. Like I, put it in a thumbnail, or I put it, in a random video in reference to him. He did not like that I used his literal face in the video. Most people don't give a crap, especially if you're already a public figure on YouTube. Come on, we just don't care. But say he struck me down for it, for a little 5-second thing, and he's like, you know what? I don't like this guy. I don't like his videos. Screw him for putting my face in the video and needed a copyright strike. That is technically a legit claim. But now, what they'll allow me to do is go in through YouTube's editing tools, erase that 5 seconds in the clip. Poof, the copyright claim goes away. You've never been able to do this on YouTube before. Now you can. If it's music related, you can mute that section or replace the music. All within YouTube without me having to re-render the video on my side, take the video down, re-upload a whole brand new one, send out all new notifications. This is awesome. This is everything we've kind of wanted YouTube to do as content creators for a long time with copyrights. Now, this doesn't deal with the automated claims. They did say there's more changes coming, but this is great. You'll now see exactly where the manual claim content appears in your video, help you understand why you got a claim, what part of your video to edit if you choose to remove the claim content. They'll also be reviewing the accuracy of these timestamps. Copyright owners who repeatedly fail to provide accurate data will have access to manual claiming revoked. This is what I'm talking about. YouTube is finally putting their foot down and telling people if you're manually claiming videos and these are false claims, you're done. Goodbye. You can't do this anymore. Yes. Ugh. That to me has me extremely excited that YouTube not only recognize that there is issues, they're willing to solve it. YouTube has been washing their hands of all these copyright issues for years. Now finally YouTube's like, look, we're going to give people the ability to start fighting back because it's getting ridiculous, it's getting abused, and YouTube's been ignoring it. And now they're not ignoring it anymore. So I got to give credit where credit's due. I've crapped on YouTube many times, but dude, they're getting it right with this one. They need to extend this into automated claims and all that stuff. And they probably will. Automated claims are probably a whole new beast for them that's happening with the AI. And, there's probably more measures they got to deal with internally and with the algorithm to really combat that stuff. But still, if by this time next year when the Ubisoft press conference comes out, if I have the ability to just blank out that Just Dance music and keep my video up and get rid of the strike on my channel, then hell to the yeah. And granted, that was an automated claim, but I have a feeling that these measures with manual claims are going to extend to automated claims once they get the programming done for it to actually do it. Because you guys gotta remember, they got to custom program all of this into YouTube. These tools were not available within YouTube. They had to custom create them, which takes time. And these tools are available right now, by the way. If anyone manually claims my videos, I have these tools right now. I double checked. I went back on an old manual copyright claim from years ago, and sure enough, the tools are there. All right, so editing tools. You can mute the song. If it's like a piece of music or someone's copyrighting for it, you just mute it. And if you mute it, it'll get rid of the copyright on your thing. You can replace the song by using music from YouTube's audio library, which is completely free. And coming soon, improved trim feature. So this is coming soon. You are still working on several editing tool improvements like having an explicit trim option. Yeah, this is what I talked about, removing the 5 seconds from it. They have a trimmer on the back end right now, but that trimmer isn't very how shall I say it? Very intuitive, and it doesn't always work. So that's something that I think they're kind of admitting here. Hey, we need to improve the trim feature. Like, we have a trim feature. It just doesn't work very well. And they know it. And they recognize that they're going to fix it, especially so we can combat false copyright strikes. Or even if it's a legit copyright strike. That's the thing. Even if this is a legit copyright strike, they're giving us an ability to like make peace and be okay and not have to keep the strike on our channel. Basically, if I get 2, 3, 1 or 2 strikes on my channel, I have the tools in place to remove the strikes automatically. They've never given us the ability to remove strikes. Now they're like, look, even if I disagree with the damn thing, I don't want my channel to go away, I can remove the strike myself. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? That YouTube has finally given us the ability to deal with all this. Thankfully, I've never gotten to 2 strikes and been in danger, but man. Right, for other things you can do if you receive a claim, do nothing, of course. You agree with the claim and it's not a strike and you're just going to let them have the revenue. That's fine. Share revenue. If you remember the YouTube Partner Program, which I am, and you've included a musical composition interview, you may be able to share revenue with a music publisher. So this has to deal with people who do covers and stuff like that. All the singers out there, or people playing instruments and all that. I truly believe a lot of that stuff is under fair use, but that's a legal battle most don't want to fight right now. So music companies are just automatically copyright claiming this stuff. So now what this does is if it's related to music and you have you are the one playing the music or singing it, you will be able to tell them, no, you can't strike my channel. You need to share the revenue you're taking from me, though. I don't know what the revenue split's going to be, but at least this gives people who like doing karaoke videos, like doing a cappella, like doing different renditions of songs, or just even playing the same rendition but playing it themselves and singing it themselves. This gives them an ability to earn revenue while doing it, although it won't be as good as revenue that you could obviously get, if you weren't dealing with music at all. You can obviously dispute the claim. You've always been able to dispute the claim. So that's always been the thing. But again, if both you and the person claiming your video are attempting to monetize it, we will continue to show ads on the video. What's interesting in the dispute thing is they don't give the money to me and they don't give the money to the person until the dispute's over. So it'll continue to make money. It just might not, we don't know. YouTube doesn't know who to send the money to until the dispute is resolved. And right now, that's been our only combat method so far, has been we could dispute claims. We couldn't do anything else. Share revenue wasn't even a thing that existed. This is just the first step. We continue to work on new ways to improve the creator copyright experience while also balancing the rights of copyright owners. We'll share updates throughout this year. So there's more updates coming. I'm sure some of those updates are going to come to the automated system as well, because we know the automated system can be broken and can falsely claim videos. Let me see here. Let's see what some of you guys are saying in the chat. So there's other things that YouTube needs to do better. Like, this doesn't by any means absolve YouTube of all the issues. But I got to give credit where credit's due. Like, to do something like this, to admit there were issues, to offer the tools and the ability to fix those issues, that's great. This is a tool that doesn't affect YouTube's bottom line. This just makes content creators happier. Because YouTube gets their ad revenue no matter who claims the video, YouTube gets the money. They get their money. They ain't got to worry about the ad revenue. YouTube gets that money. So this is strictly something to help out creators, and I'm happy. This is the first thing they've done in a long time that is pro-creator. Everything has felt like it's pro-big media, pro-advertiser. This is one thing out of a sea of crap that YouTube has finally done something that literally does nothing but benefits us content creators. See what some of you guys are saying. So if I claim you because you said something I don't like, you're screwed. I don't know if it might take more than one claim, but you would start to accumulate a record of false claims. And then eventually you wouldn't be able to copyright claim anymore. You can still watch videos and upload videos. You just wouldn't be able to copyright claim anymore. And I assume this might even affect your ability to automate copyright claims as well. I don't know that for a fact, but I have a feeling that if you can't manually claim anymore, chances are any automated claims for videos that are on your channel won't happen either. Watch the Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer. Not right now, Red Plumber. Maybe if there's time later, we'll get in it. We'll get into Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer. I haven't actually watched it yet, the new one. Shadow King 1982 says it doesn't stop false companies who claim content that isn't theirs, such as there's a company out there claiming the Fire Emblem Three Houses English main theme. It doesn't stop them if it's automated. A lot of times, false companies that do that aren't automated because they don't actually own it. They're manually claiming those. It would stop those companies. If they are not the copyright holder, it would stop those companies, yes. If it's happening through automated methods, that's something that YouTube, this is the first step. Hopefully that they're going to address the automated stuff in the future. But a lot of the false company stuff actually is manual claims. Let's see here. John Early said, it's sad what is happening to mom and pop video stores across the country, and it's going to be happening to video game stores as well. More and more people are buying digital content. I mean, that's just the market goes where the people spend their money. That's the bottom line. YouTube at least doing a little something for creators now, but copyright strike is still bad. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if, like, when a copyright strike happens, if they didn't immediately punish your channel, if they're like, hold on. Like, let's at least give the creator 24 hours, to respond to the damn copyright strike. Because you could get a strike and not even be aware of it, and then you're like, oh, I woke up now, let me get ready for my stream today. Oh, wait, I can't stream? Oh, I have a copyright strike. What the hell? And you haven't even responded yet, and you're already being punished. It would be nice if they gave you a 24-hour window to respond to copyright strikes, specifically copyright strikes. You can argue it should be 48 or 72, but I think, we get you get notifications on YouTube and you get emails when copyright, like, you'll know about a copyright strike unless you're sleeping 24 hours straight. So I could copyright that troll. I could. So put it this way. I could strike. The biggest things I could strike are mostly people that just re-upload my content. I would not strike someone like GameSta or whoever who takes my content and then does his commentary and mocking in it. I could strike it for harassment, of course. That is something that is allowed to be striked, is if you feel like someone's harassing you in a video. You could strike for those reasons. The only reason I wouldn't ever strike is because I am a big believer in fair use. And even if that fair use is mocking me and, making fun of me, I still believe that they have the right to do that. If I don't want people doing that, then I shouldn't be out here as a public person. Crappy people are always going to exist. They're always going to say what they need to say. I believe they have the right to say it, even if I don't like it. So, let's see here. They should at least require documentation that you actually the copyright holder. It's not even a legal thing. It's just keeping those companies honest. Well, here's the thing, Shadow King. And I was trying to say this to some people on Twitter today as well. What you're asking YouTube to do is take a legal stance that you cannot copyright strike someone unless you have the legal documents proving it's your copyright. The problem is, here's the problem with all of that. As soon as you do that, it becomes a legal matter. YouTube does not want to be involved in legal matters. This is why they tiptoe around copyright. This is something I've always understood about YouTube, is the primary reason they've tiptoed around copyright is because they do not want to be middle people in a court case about copyright. Like when H3 Productions went to court over fair use, YouTube was not part of that court case. Yes, it was about a video on YouTube, but YouTube themselves was not involved. YouTube does not want to be involved in the legalities of copyright. What they want to do are provide tools for people who feel like their copyright is infringed, so governments don't try to regulate YouTube. Because governments don't like copyright breaking, and could shut down a place as big as YouTube if there wasn't anything in place for people to deal with copyright. But YouTube is not going to verify legalities of copyright strikes and claims. They're not going to do that. That is not something they're going to do, because then it becomes a court case. So And it's not something I really want them to do either. I don't want to go to court over it. You know? So I would rather it just be something where I can respond to YouTube and be like, look, this is a fake claim. Or I can get the claim removed entirely by just removing that small segment of the video they're claiming. Because it's very rare. The number one thing that people usually get pissed off about with copyright claims as content creators is the copyright claims are usually for like 2 to 3 seconds of a video, and it could be a 20-minute video, and now that copyright claim gives that person all of the revenue on that 20-minute video, despite it only being 3 seconds of that video that is the problem. So if you could just splice out those 3 seconds, even if it ends up kind of screwing up the flow of the video, as a content creator, that is way better than just letting somebody else take all the money up for that entire video. So that is, again, something that I really like about what they're doing here, because they're also giving us an ability to get all strikes removed, even false ones, if we just don't want to deal with it. Let's see here. Don't you need to comment over the video? Yes. By the way, please don't use that kind of language. Graphics don't matter. Games do. I'm not going to show that comment. But Games' channel got deleted. Was it deleted by YouTube, or did he delete it? Because yeah, I don't know. He's had a bunch of channels, so he's had channels deleted before. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, never mind. I see it. The thing says this video is no longer available because the uploader has closed their YouTube account. Well, it's possible that he closed his own account, because the uploader closing their account, that's not YouTube coming down. Anyways, that's a totally different thing. Whoa! Inception. If someone was harassing me, I wouldn't copyright them, but I would file a report. The thing about harassment is you can report them to YouTube for harassment, and YouTube will remind you quickly that if you think this is a serious threat, please get a hold of your local police and file an harassment report with them. YouTube does a lot of things to wash their hands of legalities, because if YouTube had to worry about the legal process in terms of getting involved in the personal harassment, getting involved in copyright claims, YouTube just wouldn't exist, period. They couldn't afford to exist. So that's just something that we have to consider too, and that's why I've been tried to be understanding. All I've ever cared that I want out of the YouTube copyright system is the ability for us that get striked to do something about it, whether it's being able to automatically get rid of the claims, which I don't think you guys understand how huge this is. All we could do before today was dispute the claim and then wait and see if the person who made the claim would release it. And if they didn't release it, you're screwed. At least now, you can be like, look, if they're really going to throw a fit over 3 seconds, I could just cut the 3 seconds out, and the video is automatically unclaimed. That is amazing. I could mute the music. Amazing. Like, YouTube is giving us the ability to say screw you to people that are doing it. And I love it. I love it. Because there was so much power in the hands of people who copyright claimed. And now they're like, hey, look, we're giving power back to the people who make the videos. Yeah, you can still make your claims. Power's back to the people that made the videos. Oh, and by the way, if it turns out that you're false claiming, you're not going to be able to do it anymore. I mean, granted, you can just make a new YouTube account and do it all over again, but there's actually more that goes into it, because when you're going to go file a copyright claim, there are some certain things you have to file with YouTube. So it's not as easy as just making a new YouTube account. There's multi-step process to actually file a claim. All right. Let's see here. Why is Nintendo giving us a rewind feature? Because they can. They're trying to add value to the Nintendo Switch Online service and the NES app. It's just and don't get me wrong, it's a neat feature. I mean, is that supposed to make up for not announcing I shouldn't say very good games. Those games they announce are fine, but like, I don't know. It feels like a step down. They wanted to ease the reaction to those games by giving people the rewind feature, I feel like. So, Nate, does this mean you will be sipping whiskey and listening to the song because of this result? Sipping whiskey? No, I don't drink whiskey. But I do have my drinks here. So I guess any super chats and donations tonight, I suppose I can do a few shots for you guys. I'm not going to get too crazy tonight, but we can at least finish off that bottle of wine from my birthday, huh? That's been sitting down there since my B-Day stream. Well, all right. Let's get into the next thing. MCNs. Let me switch back to this view here. So, MCNs. Multi-channel networks. What is a multi-channel network? Let's start with that, because I'm sure not everyone knows what a multi-channel network is. A multi-channel network is it's an over-residing company that gathers up various YouTube channels to provide services for those YouTube channels in return for a fee. That fee is typically something they will take out of your YouTube revenue. I'll just tell you straight up, 20% of everything I make on YouTube, whether it's super chats, whether it's ad revenue, goes to my MCN before I ever see a dime. All revenue reports go to them, and then I get a report from them. Granted, I can still see some revenue reports on the back end, so I can kind of see like, oh, hey, look, I made X amount of money this month. Well, mine is 20%, because the 20% I'm never going to see. That's one way I can double check to make sure that their math when they pay me adds up. But the services that they give in return are interesting. In fact, let me show you what one of those services are. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Because if you're not a content creator, you have no reason to see this. But this is one thing they give me, a tool that I have because of them. Let me go to my latest video here. Go to edit. I'll show you guys here in a second. All right. So, hey, that Mario fanboy. $1, make you holla. Thank you so much for that dollar, man. Where are my shot glasses? Here we go. We got some party glasses up in here. We use the orange shot glass. Thank you so much, man. That one's for you, dude. All right. So, let me show you guys this. All right. So, when you upload a video or whatever, you'll get this thing, like the basic info where you can enter your title. It'll let you know how long the title can be. You enter a description, blah, 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 and all this down here. This actually looks a little different because you see this blue stuff? That's actually an add-on. You won't have that normally. This is the add-on I'm actually going to be replacing the tool that I get from my MCN. The tool I get from my MCN, one tool I get that I do still use even now, is this Optimize tab. All right, so this Optimize tab, it gives you a rating on your title. So, and this rating is based on search engine results on YouTube. So basically, do I have a good keywords in my title? And then they'll even give me suggestions for keywords. Granted, none of these suggestions here, besides Nintendo Switch controller, would really be relevant to what I'm putting up here. I guess you could argue throwing PlayStation 5 or Xbox Scarlet in there. I could have found a way to maybe cleverly title it and have those included in there. But whatever. Down here, it doesn't give you a lot of suggestions. It'll just say, hey, make sure you mention this word from your title. Nintendo is the most important word in my title. Make sure I mention that in my description. And they'll remind you to double check. But then they'll give you a rating. My descriptions are almost always rated 5 stars. So that's, not really a problem for me. But the biggest thing I like is this. I come down here, and they give me all these suggestions for tags. And then literally, instead of me typing out tags or coming up with them, boom, gaming news. Now I added in there as a tag. This is a really cool tool. This is called Visio Catalyst. This thing right here. Yep. Visio Catalyst. This is a tool that my MCN, BBTV, provides to me. I also... you have another tool that I use from my MCN that they've given me. Let's see if I can show you guys this. Here it is. Epidemic Sound. So hopefully, okay, yeah, it just shows my email. Right. So Epidemic Sound is a place that is royalty-free music. I don't use the royalty-free music very often. Epidemic Sound is a place you usually have to pay a subscription for, but my subscription, as it says, is paid by my partner being BBTV. So I get all this, well, not just this. I got staff picks. You can search and go through different albums and FX and stuff. I use this sometimes for vlogs. I use this sometimes, like the E3 vlog. Yes, folks, the mega E3 vlog is still coming. It's been on the editing floor. There's a lot of footage to go through. In that type of environment, I do use music from Epidemic Sound. Now, I can get music from other places, but they provide this to me, so I use it. So why wouldn't I use it? They have really good music on here. All right, and then the other thing they provide me, if I can even remember how to get to it, all this Nintendo Prime stuff. Why is this thing in here? I don't know why. Oh, right. That's something I want from my office. I can get rid of this. Get rid of this. I'm trying to find. Is it this? Oh no. All right. So they use this Vizio TV thing. Blah 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 blah. All right. So Vizio TV is another thing that my MCN. This is all from my MCN. So this is me just explaining what my MCN does for me. All right. So they give me a community. This is where you can come in here and meet other YouTubers and get a hold of them. You actually can I can contact each and every single one of these YouTubers. They are part of the network, and you can contact them. And these are the ones, if you look at this, that are open to collaborations. So I could go in here and find a YouTuber and try to collab with them. The issue I have found in going through this and trying to find someone to collab with me is most people aren't responding when I message them. And so that's one thing. Another is that it's very hard for me to sift through all these gaming channels and tech channels and try to find a channel that I feel like has a good audience that would match with my kind of content. Because oftentimes you see a Minecraft streamer, and it's like, well, a Minecraft streamer isn't going to cross over with me, or like a mobile game streamer, unless they're playing Nintendo stuff. There's not really a crossover there for us. But this is a service they provide that is nice and convenient, because a lot of times many of us don't know how to approach other YouTubers, especially bigger ones. Like this one's got 341,000 subs. Like, thinking of approaching someone like that is difficult for a lot of people. So this does give you a nice way of trying to collab with others. You do sometimes get some responses. I haven't had any successful collabs through it yet, but it is something they give you. You get Big Picture. So Big Picture is not actually that great. Big Picture is statistics pulled from YouTube. The YouTube stats themselves are way better. But they are accurate because they're pulled. So you get like my views over the last 30 days are up 146K, so up 124%. Obviously, a lot of that's from E3 and all that. So I'm up in viewership, up in comments, up in watch time. All of that's expected. That's the E3 effect. I'm up in subscribers, again, E3 effect. Up in likes, blah, blah, blah. Top performing videos. News story details for Breath of the Wild 2, CG Project Red, blah, 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 right? Dislikes are also up. They're just not, when you look at this, like, your dislikes increased by 76%. You have 288 more dislikes. Yeah, but I have almost 7,000, 163% more likes. So obviously the dislikes aren't really that big a deal. But that's all it gives you. That's all it gives you. There's nothing else to do. So they even tell you when you sign up for them that our stats aren't really that big of a deal. This is a neat thing they give you. Now every MCN is different. This is just BBTV. I can't speak to other MCNs. But in here, they have videos and articles that will help you get started on YouTube. Things like teaching you do's and don'ts for live streaming. how to keep your content brand safe, so you can actually get the best ads on your videos and make the most CPM. I'll get into that in a moment. Teaching you how to brand and manage social media, how to read into analytics and content strategy, how to handle your metadata. This is all important stuff. They also, in addition to this, will contact you and give you individual lessons where you get on a Skype call, and they will do screen sharing, and they will literally go through like video after video after video on your channel and give you one-on-one lessons. It's been very useful, something I obviously took advantage of, because if they're going to take money from me, I want to take advantage of their classes. So I have actually done that and been great. You'll get revenue reports. Screw it, I don't care. I'll show you. This is where it gets really weird. So like here, my revenue reports are made. So because I'm with them, they pay you 30 days later than YouTube does. I don't know why, but that's just what they do. So they give you your revenue report in these 3 different things. The one I'm mostly care about is the summary, because this tells you, hey, look, there you go. This is how much I'm getting paid this month from YouTube. So on the 15th, so 6 days from now, I'm getting paid $249. That's all I made in May. Only 164 of that was from AdSense. So $18 from YouTube Red, which is YouTube memberships now. They don't call it, or Prime member, whatever they call it now. It's not called Red anymore. $15.70. Those are people that are sponsors on my channel. So like people who hit that join button. If you hit that join button, that's where that revenue goes. And then super chats. This is stream revenue and stuff. Anyways, I'm making I get nothing this month. Granted, now 20 they took away 20%, so there was probably over 300, but it was just a bad month. It was a bad month all around. But all of this money they take a cut of. They take 20% out of super chats, sponsorships, AdSense, YouTube Red, etc. YouTube revenue, they take a cut. So that's kind of a look at what a revenue report would look like from an MCN. They give you an image editor. This is kind of neat if you don't have Photoshop and you're looking for something that's a little bit better than like the free paint programs out there. Not better than GIMP. GIMP is better, but this is less convoluted. A lot of people like using this to when you're getting started out to help make thumbnails. They got all the stuff over here. Help make thumbnails, help make different images and graphics you might use in your videos. Really cool for people who are just starting out, but if you can't tell, I mean, I got Photoshop. Literally, there's my thumbnail in it. I've got Photoshop, so not a huge deal for me. And yes, I pay for it. It's not like a hack copy. I pay for all my stuff. Let's see here. Prism. I don't even know what Prism is. I've never used it. Let me see here. Yeah, Prism channel. What even is deep learning technology with cycles daily? I honestly don't even know what this is. They never told me what Prism is. This is new. Meta issues. Oh, where it goes through my videos and tries to find issues. 8 years ago. Look at me, guys. There's me from 8 years ago. New versus old. Freedom of exploration in some sort of Zelda game. There I... God, where was I living back then? 8 years ago. Where is this? Man. Look at that. Look at that sexy beast using the full-on headset. Anyways, I don't even know what that is, but apparently my channel has no issues. Video Catalyst for Chrome. Again, this is that thing I showed you on the back end where it helps you like with your titles, your descriptions and stuff. Video Blocks is neat. I've never used it because I just don't. But Video Blocks gives you access to things like unique backgrounds, like green screen backgrounds and stuff. Fire effects, all of that. I've always gotten all my effects for free from other places that offer them for free. But Video Blocks does offer some really cool services like that. And it's free through my MCN, as you see, Broadband TV, BBTV. I've never used it. Epidemic Sound I have used. I showed you guys. Hootsuite. I don't even know what the deal is with Hootsuite because Hootsuite's already free. But I assume, does it give me the paid version for free? Or does it just give me a discount? I haven't used Hootsuite in forever. It's not really yeah. It's only 30% off, which whatever. Hootsuite isn't. Hootsuite is great. I think if you were a corporation like IGN, for IGN, Hootsuite would be a really cool solution to a problem. For an individual content creator, I don't really care about that. And then Adobe, they just give you a discount, basically. 20% off, 15% off. It's just a discount. It's not free. That's why they have the image editor that is free. Not free, but it gives you a discount, which is kind of neat. So that's basically everything that my MCN does for me. Now, the biggest reason, and this is how MCNs get people like me and other new content creators, is MCNs talk about how they will increase your CPM. So let's actually go to my back end here. Let's go to analytics. Let's go to the let's go to the new analytics. Sure, why not? This is all still in beta. They're new analytics. You guys are going to see how much money I've made. Haha. 578. See, revenue's already up. Too bad 20% of that's gone. All right. So when you go to when you go to revenue, you'll see CPM. My CPM is $8.37. What an MCN will do is they will argue with you. Look at July. Ugh. Only 150 so far. Ugh. That's okay. That's actually not that bad. Look at June, 601. May. See, there we go. May, I made 314. So I guess that was what 20% more was. So 837. That is not a not too shabby of a number. There are channels that get significantly worse CPM than that. The reason I get that sort of CPM, so my MCN leads me to believe, is because of them. That's what they claim. They claim that they increase my CPM. But I've done some research and discovered that CPM might have nothing to do with them. It might just, because if you ever look up what's the average CPM for a YouTuber in Google, you'll see it'll say, oh, the average CPM is $2. CPM, by the way, is money per 1,000 views. So per 1,000 monetized views. So anyone who's not using AdBlock that actually sees an ad on YouTube, for every 1,000 people of those, I make $8.37 on average, which is a really high CPM. To give you an idea, sites like IGN, they get 50 cents per CPM. Granted, they have a lot more views coming in, but traditional websites make a lot less than video. So $8.37 is actually not too bad. There are places that make over 20. There are places that make 12. There are places that only make 5. There are places that make less than $1 in CPM. After doing some research, I have discovered that one reason that my CPM might be so high now is because I have focused on making my content more, I guess, advertiser friendly. In so much that I've been trying to abide by what YouTube wants people to do, which is not swear as much. Not that you can't swear, and I do swear, but not swear as much, especially early in a video or early in a live stream. If you wait to swear until later on, YouTube tends not to care as much because you've already built your audience up to that point, and they kind of can see it coming. Whereas if you start off a video by cussing like a sailor, that's not very brand friendly to advertisers. It's not friendly to maybe children, especially small children might be tuning in right away or something. So just things like that, not letting you guys swear in the chat. That is a change I consciously made this year to kind of appease YouTube gods. And because of that, my CPM has gone up. So it'll be interesting to see where my CPM lands after I leave BBTV. So it's official. I am leaving my MCN. And the primary reason that I'm leaving my MCN, here's the email right here. Johanna, BBTV Partner Experience. Hi, Nathaniel. Thanks for reaching out. We appreciate your feedback. We have set your channel to be released on August 21st, 2019 at 5 p.m. Pacific, which is the date that my contract expires. We recommend that you back up all of your channel's revenue reports in your YouTube Creator Studio just before the data release, because basically all my revenue reports are going to get wiped that happened under BBTV. I don't know why that happens. I honestly don't know why that happens, but it does. Once your channel becomes unlinked from our network, all information pertaining to revenue you accrued while being a partner will be reset to zero. I don't know why that happens, but it's not a big deal. I have all my revenue reports from BBTV downloaded as well, so not a big deal. What does suck is it's going to be hard going back. Oh, yeah, what was my highest grossing video? They're all going to say 0. So, also, please note your channel's monetization has become deactivated after its release. This is a YouTube thing. YouTube, when you disconnect from an MCN, YouTube deactivates your monetization. So this isn't their fault. Due to the fact that we will no longer be managing the monetization of your channel, you will have to reactivate this function in your monetization settings. And he does give me a link to the monetization settings, and then I have to link an AdSense account. I used to have my account linked to AdSense, not a big deal. I already have an AdSense account. So there you go. So why am I leaving my MCN? I just showed you all the cool things they do. The reason I'm leaving, I guess I can go back to this view here. The reason I'm leaving my MCN is that I feel for the money they are taking, I don't need their services anymore. That Vizio Catalyst, the Vizio.tv place I logged into, that's the first time I've logged into that. I log into it once a month and download my revenue report. Otherwise, I don't even use it. That Vizio Catalyst tool I showed you, I can actually 100% replace that tool for cheaper. Let me see if I can show you guys what I mean by that. Is it gonna let me do it? Hold on. I'm not paying for it right now because I'm waiting until I'm disconnected. All right. Let's see if I can show you guys what I'm doing here. Why I don't need the Vizio, because Vizio Catalyst is by far the thing I use the most. But I'll show you why I feel like I don't need it. So so let me show you guys. So I said that I use this Vizio Catalyst tool primarily for the tags, right? Well, if you scroll down here, there's this tool here that I have installed. It is called, I think, vidIQ. Yep, vidIQ. Okay? I'm not paying for it right now, so a lot of it's disabled. But vidIQ will recommend me tags. It will also give me tags that I could do off of other videos to potentially get my video more views. And when you pay for it, there'll be a lot more of these down here. There'll also be suggestions for your description and your title. Right now, they're not there because I'm not paying for it. Let me actually go to vidIQ and show you guys what it looks like on the back end. Whoops, I didn't actually mean to do that in our new tab, but whatever. All right, show you guys what this looks like. Remember, I'm not paying for this right now, but you have your SEO and stuff like that. It gives you a nice overview. It gives you better stats, and look, it even brings in your demo. It gives you just way better stats than the other place. And this is in the free version. This isn't even me paying for it right now. Your watch time. I mean, look at the watch time on how well Witcher 3 runs on Switch, man. I think people stayed on that video for like 8 minutes. It's crazy. People really like that video a lot. It could show you where people are catching your videos from embedded URLs. KnowYourMeme.com. Whatever this site is. Is that Brazil? Is that what BR is? I can't remember. IGN apparently sending me some traffic, probably from the forums. Kotaku. Google search. Don't get many. And like Google search should probably be number one, and it's not. But see, like you'll get things like this, like telling you the best time to post videos. What you're seeing here is an example. This is not actually my best times to post videos. That's what happens when you get the pro, extra stats, trends. You go up here. That's the analytics. You can go up here to the video tab. And what they'll do is they'll back up all your videos in the paid version, and you could then post them over to Facebook if you want, or nothing. But either way, they back up your videos, which is nice. They help with descriptions and going back and updating a bunch of descriptions with different methods and old videos. Again, that's something you get if you pay. So, they'll analyze your subscribers and channels and things I should be paying attention to. SEO that I currently, you can bulk SEO, channel-wide boost, blah, blah, blah. All of this basically is way better than Vizio Catalyst. It only cost me $21 a month versus 20% of my revenue. which is obviously significantly less money. So I get to keep the major tool I use and have a better version of it. It also does other things too. Some other minor things I don't really care about, but it's if all I'm using from my MCN is Vizio Catalyst, and then occasionally Epidemic Sound, well, I can get free music elsewhere, and I can use this tool that's better anyways. I don't really need my MCN taking 20% anymore. The only justification for me to stick with my MCN is if I truly believe that when I leave my MCN, my revenue is going to go from $8 CPM down to $2. If I honestly thought that was going to happen, yeah, you don't leave your MCN because MCNs are supposed to represent you and get you better ads. But I don't have any evidence over the past 2 years to show that I was getting any better ads than before I was in an MCN. I went back and looked at ads or ad revenue before my MCN, and I haven't really seen a CPM difference. So I do, at least not from them. The CPM change happened this year when I changed, how I handle my content a bit. So I don't know that they're even helping my stuff like that. Now, if you're a huge channel, MCNs do a lot for you. I mean, hell, they'll even manage your damn taxes if you wanted to when you're a huge channel. Like, they'll do a lot. They'll be like, oh, we'll only take 5% of your revenue, but we'll do way the hell more for you because you're making us so much damn money off that 5%. So MCNs can be very worth it for really big channels. And I think MCNs are really good for channels just starting out that don't know what to do, don't know how to make thumbnails, don't know how to... Because that's the thing. My thumbnails. If you go back and look at Nintendo Prime 2.5 years ago, my thumbnails sucked. You look at my thumbnails now, I still don't think they're very good. But they're a lot better than they used to be. And to BBT's credit, they taught me how to make better thumbnails. So I think for a brand new content creator just starting out, an MCN can make a lot of sense. But I do think there comes a point when the amount of money being taken out from the money you make no longer justifies the services you're getting. And since I pretty much don't use any of their services anymore, why have them take 20% out? It just doesn't make sense to me from a financial situation. So as of August 21st, there's going to be a little flux there when I'm reapplying ads and stuff like that. And I don't know how long it's going to take for Google to turn around and get ads going on my videos again. I'm still going to just put out content anyways because it's important you keep the flow going. I'm not going to, a lot of people out there sit there and trash MCNs. I looked through my contract the other day. They have lived up to everything they promised in my contract. So I can't be mad at BBTV. They did everything they said they were going to do. It's just time. It's time for me to get out from under the 20% slashing of my revenue and get into being a 100% independent content creator. 100% independent. Feels nice. Feels nice. Obviously, there's been a lot of bad things going around with MCNs. We all know, like, the ones that the Game Theorist and many other channels were under, like, did some shady crap and stole money. And it might turn out that BBTV is doing the same thing. And that's another reason right now to be wary of MCNs is that YouTube is kind of moving away from MCNs. There was a time when if you even wanted your videos to be monetized, you had to be part of an MCN. But that's not the case anymore. So a lot of it is just MCNs provide some value early on, and then I think get the hell out, in my opinion. Don't sign on to a 5-year contract or whatever they're trying to talk you into because you're brand new. Don't sign into 30% cuts of your revenue. Like 20%. And talking to some other people who have MCNs, like, dude, 20%'s high. For a channel my size, I shouldn't be getting, it should 10% would be the most that I should be allowing taking out of my stuff, was what I'm being told. And then, even then, that 10%, they better be providing a bunch of crap I'm actually using. So even at 20%, it's not even a good deal for my channel anymore. It probably wasn't a good deal back when I signed it either, but again, I don't regret it because I learned a lot. It's time to fly free, though. And now know, when you super chat your money, I'm actually getting that money. It's not my MCN taking 20%. Not my MCN taking, hey, That dollar you gave me earlier, 20 cents of that goes to this mega corporation that did nothing. They did nothing to earn that. They didn't. My MCN hasn't done anything for me in a while, because I have exceeded their need, or my need of them. All right. I hear about MCNs taking 30 or 40% all the time. It's disgusting. And what sucks is they'll sign a small content creator. And I'm still relatively a small content creator. There are bigger content creators than me. Here's most of a Super Chat's money than me. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew Campos. Here's most of a Super Chat's money. Yeah. And as I said, maybe we'll do a big celebration. Maybe we should. What is August 21st? Maybe we should do a stream that night. Maybe we'll get a whole bunch of Super Chats that night, because now I'll be like, hey, look, I actually get the full value. Well, minus Google's cut, but Google takes a cut of everything, as they should. That's a Sunday night. Woo! Stream on a Sunday night? Let you guys know, hey, if you Super Chat tonight, guess what? People aren't taking my money anymore. Cheers, Matthew. The most valuable lesson from your MCN is you don't need one. So here's what I'll say about what my MCN provided that I'd argue might be worthwhile for a year. The one-on-one personal training is something you're not going to get by watching videos on YouTube about. You can watch a zillion videos on YouTube about best practices, thumbnails. You can learn a lot of the stuff that I learned from them on your own. But nothing beats actually talking to someone in a call and having them go through your channel and help you out on an individual level, and doing that once a week for like 16 weeks straight. Like that kind of personal training to me is invaluable when you are a small content creator. But once you absorb that information, once you're comfortable, once you find yourself basically never talking to your rep, it's time to get out. The biggest thing I can say is if you do enter into an agreement, just make sure, the best way to do it is to tell them you don't want a year. You want to go month to month. You want a month to month automatic renewal. So what that means is with a 30-day notice, you can get out. So let's just say right now on July 9th, it just rolled over and renewed. But then I tell them on July 9th, hey, I want to cancel our partnership. That means that on August 9th, I could be released from it, right? So what you want to do is make sure you don't, not like me. I got locked into an automatically renewing year-long contract. You want to, if you're going to get in, try to tell them, no, I'll get in, but it's got to be a month, and I'm not willing to budge on that. And if you can find one that's willing to give you the individual training and do month to month, that's ideal. Because then you can just get out whenever you really don't need them anymore. That's my advice if you're going to even dabble in MCNs at all. If you're a channel that's already making a good amount of revenue, say you're making $500, $600, $800,000 a month, it's probably not worth getting into an MCN. You're already doing well. Congrats. Watch some videos and try to improve. One place that I could tell you to go to, they're actually kind of big now, is video influencers. I'll show you guys their channel. If you're thinking about getting into YouTube, or you are a YouTuber and you're wondering where can I go for free advice then? Let me show you this place here. So this video influencers channel. I don't know if I necessarily like these guys a lot. Their personalities come across a little smug at times. But they have other stuff. You don't have to buy their book. Don't worry about spending money. Like, I watched this one, the 40 minutes, how we gained 33K subscribers in 90 days. They go through 3 tips, and they go step by step about how those tips worked. Like, they actually tell you the tips. It's not one of those channels where they're like, oh, we're gonna give you what the tip is, but then not explain how to do it. There's a lot of channels out there like this that will try to teach you how to grow your channel, how to grow an audience, how to get better with thumbnails and better with this stuff. But then they don't tell you how to do it. They just tell you, well, hey, make better thumbnails. Hey, make engaging content. They don't tell you how to do any of it. They're just going to tell you, do it. Telling you to do, like, just giving you the tagline of hey, look, have amazing content, have good titles, have good descriptions. Like, it's such generic advice, right? You want to hear how to actually do something about that. You don't want to just be told the tagline. You want to be told what goes behind that tagline. And this place does a really good job with it. You know, you see, I watched this one about a month ago. I don't watch all their stuff. Get more views. Watch this one on 7 Truths Every YouTuber Needs to Know. You know, getting sponsored, even with a small audience. You can have an audience of as little as 100 subscribers, and you could still get sponsored. Fun fact. And that's a nice way to make extra money that's not AdSense related. So, great channel. It's a good place to... Sean channel's the man, so is Benji. It's all the same info after a few videos. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of repetitive stuff. But what was interesting in this 40-minute one, because this was a live stream, they actually talked about why they're a little repetitive at times. Because this video influencer channel is not these guys' primary channels. This is a side channel. This is not their primary gig. So they have like a schedule, and so they have like little junky content that's repetitive that they just put out just to have content out because they got to keep the channel active. Is basically why the content can be repetitive. But if you can ever catch their live streams are the bomb. They are amazing. And they'll actually answer your questions in live streams. You don't even have to like pay them money. You know, like I usually see 500K and you're like, oh, I got a super chat in a question to get them to answer it, right? That's usually what happens with a channel this size. But no, if you just ask the question in the chat, and even if they missed it, bring the question back up again in 5 minutes or so. They'll eventually see that question and they will answer it. They're very good about that, despite the fact that they'll have a lot of people watching the streams. So, just they do. They're a great place to go to get some tips. They're one of the primary places I go to for tips on YouTube. That doesn't cost me any money. I mean, they sell a book. I'm sure the book is nice. I mean, based on the things I hear in these videos, I'm sure the book's nice. You don't really have to buy it though. That's just again, they'll actually go over this in some of their videos. Tell you like, hey, look, selling a book, it's a way to make money. Making an ebook is actually extremely easy to do and sell on Amazon. Should I make an ebook, The Rise and Fall of Nintendo Prime? Or wait, The Rise and Fall of Zelda Informer? Oh, I'd probably get in trouble for that, though. Someone owns that brand. The Rise and Fall of a Legendary Zelda fan site. There we go. I probably couldn't use the words Zelda Informer. Hey, my fiance's in the stream. How's it going, babe? Did you text me too? Oh, you did text me. Oh, are you having fun out there? I'm sure you feel that way because she's like saying she's nauseous, dizzy, and sweaty. Well, it's humid as hell out. It is humid as hell out, hon. You know that. I wouldn't be anywhere outside unless you're swimming. Guys, it is super humid in Wisconsin right now. It's not even enjoyable to be outside at all. It sucks. Unless you're swimming, obviously. Yes, in Wisconsin. All right. You guys have any questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? The stream is now yours. I talked about the 2 things I wanted to talk about. Do you guys have any questions? Where's the water bottle? Or are you talking about this water bottle? Good times. Am I gonna play Mario Maker 2 today? Not today, guys. No Mario Maker 2 levels today. Do that in another stream sometime. Remember, if you have any questions, just at me in the chat. I'm going to go back up and see if there were any questions I might have missed. Also, MCNs can get in contact with Google. Yes, so That is one benefit. I have used my MCN to get in contact with Google before. You can still get in contact with Google, but you get in contact with a really low-level person. It's not usually that helpful. So, yeah. I mean, the bigger your channel is, the more attention from Google you can get. A great place to actually get Google's attention is on Twitter, believe it or not. If you tweet like at Team YouTube or at YouTube Gaming and stuff like that, generally, if your tweet gets enough like likes from like your followers and stuff, YouTube eventually notices it and then they'll come help you out. I know it shouldn't work that way, but literally I've had more success doing it that way than any other. Sentiment the Best said, August 21st, do you get paid for the previous part of the month? So all the money I made from August 1st to August 21st, I will still get paid. They will pay me out that on, let me see, October 15th. So the money from August 1st to 21st, they'll pay me that minus the 20% in October. And then the rest of the money that I make in August from, August, basically August 22nd, since my contract ends at 5 p.m. Pacific on there. So from August 22nd to August 31st, I will make that money that's July. I will make that money in September. So that money I will be paid out in September. The rest of August I'll be paid out in October. And in September, I will still be getting the paycheck from this month. So I'll kind of have a crossover of 2 months there where I get like a double payday, I guess. I don't know if you really want to call it a double payday, but that's not Gamer Girl bathwater, is it? No. It's an unopened bottle of Chippewa spring water, which is the water from it says Earth's Perfect Water. I don't know about that, but it's the water from my local, literally the town I'm living in. Why does it seem that people are being quite negative with Fire Emblem Three Houses Season Pass when it's a 100% improvement over Shadow of Valencia's DLC practices? That I don't know. I've been avoiding Fire Emblem Three Houses info because I know I'm not going to be playing the game for a while. So I'm trying to just avoid everything with that game. So I honestly have no idea what drama is going on. I know that Fire Emblem has had some really interesting DLC practices, and I've been critical of them in the past. So yeah, maybe it's better than Shadows of Valencia's, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's better than, a lot of other DLC they've done. Echoes had a lot of practices I did not like. But again, I don't really know any information on it because I'm trying to avoid all Fire Emblem stuff since I won't be playing it for a long time. That's why you haven't seen me really make Fire Emblem videos, because I'm just avoiding all that stuff. What's up, 2? How's it going, man? Nice to see you at a stream. You never have time to show up, so welcome. Plus, I don't stream that often anymore. Joe Schmo, let me see if I can show this comment. It says, did you... Okay. I'll show this. Try to not... I know you know the word douche isn't that big a deal, but YouTube doesn't like it, so let's try not to use that. But Joe Schmo said, did you hear that a douche tried to slander Masuda by accusing him of rape? And the Game Freak apologists tried to make this seem like the Pokemon critics are like that douche. I did not hear about that. I honestly didn't hear about that, man, so I have no idea. Like, I have not seen it covered or talked about by any legit outlet. So, it's probably just, yeah, we are busy people. You're really busy, dude. I'm busy as hell. That's why I don't even stream as much. This is my first stream since my birthday. I got 4 days ago. I used to stream every day. You guys remember when I was streaming every day? Crazy. I was getting like 2-3 videos a day plus streaming. I just don't have the time right now. Life is hard sometimes. Let's see here. Matthew Campbell says, how come you don't like to stream on Twitch much? I don't mind streaming on Twitch. I usually do stream on Twitch. The reason this stream isn't on Twitch is because it was dealing with YouTube-specific topics that I didn't think was relevant to really be talking about over on Twitch. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it would have been streamed on Twitch. In fact, in the future, there will be some Twitch-only game streams. So, I haven't got a schedule locked in yet. But when I can figure out a schedule that works for me and my family, my fiance, and everything, I want to do a once per week exclusive game stream over on Twitch. Whether it's Mario Maker, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's whatever I happen to be playing at the time. Y2 Resident, any tips on gaining viewership and subscribers? Not any. I don't know. I mean, I'm still looking for tips. You got any tips for me? Like, I know some people look at my channel like, oh, you're an awesome YouTuber. You're successful. Like, yeah, I'm doing all right. But, like, yeah, I would like to be doing a lot better. So all I can really say is be consistent. Be consistent. Put time and effort into your videos. Quality matters, but consistency matters as well. So be consistent. Quality. Be proud of the work you're doing, and keep at it. It takes time. This YouTube channel is 8 years old, something like that. Granted, the Nintendo Prime part of it's not, and we gained 28,000 subscribers over the last 2.5 years, which is way faster than the channel was growing before it was Nintendo Prime. So obviously I'm doing something right to gain that amount of subscribers, to bounce back from the YouTube purge earlier and actually be back on pace, almost at 46,000, on my way to 47, on my way to 50 finally. It took a lot to bounce back from we had some rough months in there. That's why I said, like, the month of May, I'm getting paid hardly anything from YouTube this month. May was a really bad month. I hate even thinking about it. That's how bad that month was for me. Let me see here. $24.99 for the entire season pass. Okay. Do you think Hamster Corp will get up to 700 games by the end of the Nintendo Switch life cycle? They're up to 159 so far. Well, Nintendo wants the Switch life cycle to last as far as they can, so they could, maybe. It's a weird goal they have to hit that 700 goal, but they're obviously making money, so. Track Zero, how strong am I? I can lift like 250 pounds, like a deadlift. Only like once, and then I'm done for the day. So, whatever that says about me. I know my life comes at you. Good to see you're doing all right, though. Yeah, I mean, define all right. There's could be worse. I guess I'll put it that way. Could be worse. It's a rough month. Having the little bit of revenue coming in from May it's hurting. But it's all right. I'm not gonna worry about it. Not your guys' problem. Not your guys' problem. Don't worry about it. Life is all good. We got bills paid. We're good. We just got groceries in the house. Just dropped a $400 spot on groceries because we needed some groceries because the house was empty. But hey, we're good now. We be all good up in here. Philip said he finally made a Twitch account, but sadly couldn't use Zoltor or this name. Had to use another of my characters. Well, yeah, Philip would be taken. I think Zoltor. Yeah, I understand that. Master Jedi Lee, I do not own a Nintendo Switch. My aunt has one, and I enjoy playing on it. Should I buy the current version or wait for the revision? At this point, if you can handle waiting, wait till sometime in September. And if the Switch Mini isn't announced yet, then just buy a Switch. But I honestly think the Switch Mini is coming in September, or at least wait till we have the information. You might not want the Switch Mini. You might want the regular Switch instead. So, wait till at least September and see if we get the information on the Mini. Yo, Nate, I'm glad you stream primarily on YouTube. My philosophy has always been to stick with where your audience is. So, one thing of Nintendo Talk that I am doing, I want to get one exclusive game stream up per week on Twitch. And the reason for that is I do believe this is just a smart business move, is to diversify your audience. So what that means is next year, Ubisoft hits my channel. I don't want to not be able to stream the damn Nintendo Direct on my channel. But if it happens, I can have everyone, I'll already have an established audience on Twitch to be able to stream to, right? So it's not like I'm focusing on growing Twitch. If that was the case, I would just do like what Player Essence did, move all of my streams over to Twitch and just be done streaming on YouTube. But I like streaming on YouTube. I enjoy streaming on YouTube. It's where most of my audience is. Unlike other people, I don't really have much issues with how streaming works on YouTube. Yes, there are more tools and more things available to use over on Twitch. It is a better streaming platform, but I mostly just want to grow a separate audience there, to just have a diversified audience in case something ever happens on YouTube. That hey, look, I'm also here. And you can find me here. Like come here. It's more of a just in case kind of scenario. Well, I'm going to do an exclusive game stream there per week or per month or whenever, however often I decide to do it. Let's see here. Did you see models of the Super Nintendo World? What do you think of the pictures? I saw the models. That's pretty much how it's going to look in Japan. It's already changed a ton here in the U.S. I think it looks nice. I mean, I don't know. It's a model. Got to see how it turns out. The Mini looks like a much smaller and undockable version of the current Switch, so I would say get a Switch now. Joe Schmo, a lot of that depends. Do you care about docking? And none of the renders I saw look undockable. So it just looks like they shrunk the bezels and connected the Joy-Cons. It could still be dockable. You could just be using a different dock. I mean, the actual components for that make the dock work are only like this big. Like they're really tiny. All they could do is just be a mini dock. So we'll see though. We don't know. We don't know any fact-based evidence right now for what it's going to be. I totally get you. Heard something about YouTube not liking creators promoting their Twitch accounts. Don't know if there's any truth to it. Well, I'll give you an example because Player Essence does it, right? Granted, he has successfully moved over. He had a large chunk of his audience, his streaming audience, follows him on Twitter, so it was easier for him to transition. But I'll give you an example. Oh, he deleted some. That's right. I think he deletes them after the promotion. Let me see. Yeah, he deletes them after. So what would happen is, I guess I'll show you what I'm looking at on his channel when he goes live with a stream. He will have. I mean, he's killing it in the Fire Emblem. Like it's Fire Emblem, Fire Emblem, Fire Emblem, Fire. Literally, he's like doing Bloodstain. No, he covered something different. But dude, it's just like Fire Emblem City. Granted, he's getting a lot of views on like 31,000. He's getting a lot of views. The thing is, he got to play Fire Emblem Three Houses, and a lot of YouTubers haven't. So he has kind of an advantage right now in the Fire Emblem realm. But what's interesting in this is he'll put up a video that'll say, hey, I'm live on Twitch, and then he'll have the topics, and he'll be like, hey, check out the description, and go to Twitch, and he'll have his Twitch channel in the thumbnail. When he puts that up, that thing only gets like 100 views over the first hour, and then he deletes it at the end of his stream on Twitch. But when he puts up one of those videos, it's taking up one slot of a notification being sent out. YouTube will only send out 3 notifications for your channel in 24 hours. To your subscribers or people who hit the bell icon, I think more specific. So he's only putting up like a video a day right now, so it's not like an issue. But he's changed up how he does his channel to be more of a one. He's focused. I think Player Essence at this point has become more of a streamer than a traditional YouTuber. I'm just gonna put it that way. It feels weird saying that because he puts out a video a day, but like he'll do like 2-3 streams a day on Twitch. His streams have become extremely lucrative. Let's put it that way. He gets crazy support. But you guys remember like my all-time stream donation over there, $797.46. Dude, he's had streams where he's made thousands. Like, he's not even that much bigger than me. So he made a smart business move on his part. Like his streams are killing it, and they've been killing it for months and months and months and months and months. So he's doing things over there. Let's see here. Yeah, OJ Blue asked when Ubi Scum striked him. Yeah, I mean they striked everyone. The only reason he wasn't striked at the same time everyone else is because he kept his stream going. It was a non-stop stream. The strike comes when the stream stops. You don't get striked usually in the middle of a stream. The strike comes when the stream's done. We all told him to keep the stream up so he could stream Nintendo, but he's like, they'll get back in time. No, they weren't back in time. What would you want to see the most in Super Nintendo World? Zelda stuff. Although I'm very curious about Mario Kart and how they're going to differentiate it from normal go-karts. That I'm really interested to see how that's going to work. But yeah, I really want to see like Zelda stuff, something Zelda related. I don't know what, but something, because that's like my favorite franchise. So it'd be sweet to see that in a theme park. Let's see. Philip says, yeah, OJ's basically a streamer now. Yeah, dude, he's totally. I would argue OJ has transitioned to becoming a streamer first, content creator second. I mean, streaming is content creator. It's like a streamer first, YouTuber second. Let's put it that way. And obviously, if you're going to be primarily a streamer, it makes a lot of sense to be on Twitch anyways. I already talked about Twitch has a lot better tools for people who are trying to do streaming full time, which is basically what he does. So, D-Dub. It's because he creates drama. You got to be more of a dick, Nate. Nice guys finish that. Oh, boy. I got to be more of a dick. Hold on. I got to be more of a dick. Hold on. Let me find a negative comment. I don't even know if I've had any. My videos have been really well liked so far. Like, recently, I have not had, like, hardly any negativity on my channel for a while. I mean, let me show you guys this. So one thing that's also cool about vidIQ is they show me my like to dislike percentage right away. It's really cool. But man, like even my stream right now, I mean 97% like ratio on my stream. I don't even know how many likes. 38 likes, 1 dislike. But I mean, look at this. There's been hardly any negativity on my videos, even when I'm being critical. This is a highly critical video of Nintendo. 3,000 views, 96% like this. Like people just are liking my content. I guess this one maybe I can find some negative comments to rage out. I should find a negative comment on here to start raging out, shouldn't I? I mean, look at this. Look at all this. I mean, even this, 89%, which is still really damn high. I'm not even sure why that was lower than usual. I don't, probably because I have no experience with the God Eater franchise. And even though I admit that at the very beginning of it, it's like, what are you going to do? I mean, I don't have experience with it. I mean, look at all of this, man. All this high, like, dude, people, I don't have, like, all these videos, like, even when I have, like, this one that people were not happy with me with for some reason, like, okay, but 96%, 93%, 93%, like, it's just, even when I have a low video, 85, like, it bounces right back, so, for the most part, people are loving my videos, so, like, I'm not getting a lot of negative comments. So, even if I wanted to rage out and be dumb, I don't really think it's dumb to rage out per se, but I think some people find it as an entertainment. I don't really have much to, like, do that with. There's no material. You guys are failing to give me material. Give me more material. Heck, Gamesta channel's gone. I can't even, like, dive into him anymore. Give me material. Give me material. If the material's there, I'll use it, man. It's whatever. I kind of like this view. Do you guys like this view? I use this for game streams now, too, where this would be the game over here when I play, too. Do you guys like this with the old green screen setup? I mean, I know the green screen's not perfect. I got to move the camera down here. This corner here is not covered up right now, but... The weird thing is that even though you are 45K, your streams get very little views. I know some SJ. Okay, we don't have to. I get. Anyways, out there that are 20 to 30K and their streams get 100 to 200 views. Here's a fun one. If you want to know about stream views, I'll give you an example right now. You guys might not like him, but Super Metal Dave. Super Metal Dave is a smaller channel than me, right? You know, he's not even at 20,000 yet. He'll probably hit 20,000 here in the next month. But like his live streams will get 200, 300 people per stream. Now he streams even less than I do, so that could be part of it. Also, what's part of it is each of his videos. Look how well they do. Now the like to dislike ratios are not as great. So like, you know, he's hovering in the 80s a lot, where I'm up in the 90s on almost everything I do. So he has a lot more, I guess, people who don't like his content, but it doesn't matter because a like or a dislike, YouTube doesn't care if people hit the dislike button. They don't care if you hit the like button. They just care that you hit a button. So if you hit buttons, they send your videos out to more people. So, I mean, look at the views he gets. 10,000, 12,000, 12,000, 12,000, 6.4, 8.2. Oh, here's a 1K one. Here's a 2K one. 20K, 8.6, 4. He gets more views per video. He does less videos, but he gets more views per video. You know, you look at my channel, you know, my views are way lower than that. You know, this one, 430 today. It'll break 1,000. This one will, but, you know, not great. You know, 3,000. You know, 1.4. Where's my over 10? Like, he's getting a 10K one. You know, 7.1. This has been a good one for me. I don't know if it's going to keep growing. My birthday stream, you know, right now only 800 views. 1.1. This video didn't even break 1,000. And I thought this video was going to do really well. Nope. One of my worst performing videos on the channel. And this isn't a stream. That wasn't a stream. 2.3. 2. This was a stream. Let's see. 1. 7. This one got 7 too a week ago. So I've had a couple peak. But otherwise, you know, I'm getting 1,000, 2,000 views. You know, obviously the Etika one. I didn't know that it was going to get that many views, but it's really sad what happened to that. They have back-to-back videos here that did really well. E3 impressions and then the text in Breath of the Wild. So this one did. God, CG Project Red. People really love that one. 18,000. I wish we had more news. I want more Witcher 3 news, not just for the views. I mean, yeah, I love the views. It makes me money. But, like, I actually really am excited about Witcher 3 on Switch. Like, I legitimately want more news, more footage, more screenshots, something to look at. But, yeah, I mean, he gets more views per video, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised he gets more live viewers. But here's the thing. My live viewers have actually gone up. I used to only get, like, we're at 62 right now or whatever. I used to only get, like, 20 per stream. Some of you guys will know this. Some of you guys will know that I used to only get, like, 20 live viewers on a live stream, like, a year ago. I'm at 60 now. By the time I get to, probably 55, 60,000, you know, I'll probably be at, like, 100 viewers or whatever. Like, I don't really care how many live viewers I have. Obviously, the more that are watching you know, the more revenue potential you have just from ads and then people who might super chat and donate. OJ getting 300 plus people on his streams. That's one reason why he makes so much money. He does, you know, on his streams. But, you know, I don't really view myself as a live streamer. So, I get views when I get them. I mean, I can guarantee views on a stream if I want to cover something controversial, but I also tend to lose a lot of subscribers when I do that. So I like being a standalone content creator. Someone needs to get naked. Yeah, it'll get a lot of views right before my channel is shut down permanently and they take all that revenue away. Yeah, OJ's got like a handful of people that give a lot of money. I know. My high rollers, like Mark Greenberg, don't even show up to streams anymore. I shouldn't say that. He was just at a stream like 2 weeks ago. We used to have some high rollers that would always like donate huge amounts. I used to have like 2 or 3 of them. They'd always donate a lot of money every stream, like a year ago. It was crazy. To bring back drama, you need to unban Nintendo sex. That's true. I used to enjoy kind of ripping into that Nintendo sex guy. I tried. I mean, I could take my shirt off. I'm a man, so YouTube doesn't actually get mad at you if I do something like that. So, I mean, if you wanna see some man boobies, no, I really do not want to show off some man boobies. Everything's always a competition. Numbers. An unbiased Nintendo fan isn't banned, so. Man teats equal meats. It's weird to find people that would just give $200 randomly a few times a month. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, if they do it one time, I guess I can kind of understand it, like tax return season or something. But, like, you know, there's some people that do it like 2-3 times a week. It's crazy. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm glad that you are that well off. Like, you're pretty much rich that you can just give random people hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like, that's cool. Hottie. Hello. Whoop, 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 whoop. Man, I don't know what people would have to pay me to lift my shirt up, to flash you guys with my man boobies. It's not against YouTube's policy. It's not. As long as I'm not selling myself as a sexual object. OJ had one to give him 304 times at one night. Jeez. Oh yeah, to give Switches away. Yeah, I think I saw that stream. I'd be hard. Hello, it's been a while. Welcome, Brett Cummings. You came to the most interesting part of the stream tonight. Did you hear the PlayStation 5 benchmarks will rival the highest PCs? It's almost as if someone asked for Nintendo Sucks to come back, and then somebody logged in to a new account and is trying to either be Nintendo Sucks, or what the truth is that one of you people were Nintendo Sucks the whole time. Just tell me, be honest. One of you folks were the Nintendo Sucks guy the entire time, and you just wanted to rustle my jimmies. Because the fact that this Nintendo Stinks guy comes in and says these things, right on cue, lets me know one of you has been Nintendo Sucks the entire time. The entire time. I don't know who. Just someone who's been in this chat today was him the entire time. All right, let me go up and see what some other questions we might have had earlier in the stream. I might have missed about some things we were talking about. Let's see here. See how far up it'll let me go. Most valuable lesson from your MCN equals you don't need one. Yeah, I mean, an MCN's not going to make you successful. You are going to make you successful on YouTube. So I don't regret signing with my MCN. I do wish I would have canceled my MCN. I tried to get out of my MCN contract a year ago, but I requested it too late. So I thought my contract didn't start till October and really started in August. So that's my bad on that front. But I think MCNs are worth it if you can convince an MCN to do month to month instead of a year. I think it's worth doing it just to get some private lessons on stuff, because I've done things, you know. My fiance can attest to it. I've had private meetings and stuff like that with them, and they do help out. And my channel has gotten better for it, so I get more views per video since they gave me some advice. Let's see here. What happens to the first 2/3 of August? Do you not? So the first 2/3 of August, I would get paid out for my MCN in October? Wait, no. So October. I think I went over that earlier. Likelihood of Nintendo announcing a Direct tomorrow, 1%. I know. Everyone wants a Direct. Everyone always wants a Direct. I don't think we're getting a Direct till September. So. All right. Drink away from the mic. It's annoying. Honey, you asked for that. You can't tell me not to do something. Don't you know? You want your man to do something. Don't tell him to do it. Or don't tell him not to do it, because then he'll just do it. Like, honey, you want me to do the laundry? Tell me not to do the laundry. Seriously, you want me to do all the laundry? Just keep telling me that I don't need to do it. You don't need to do the laundry. You're fine. No, like, seriously, I don't even want you to do the laundry. I never want you to do laundry again. Next thing you know, by the end of tomorrow, there won't be any laundry to do. Epic Pew hits me with the $5 Australian, saying, take a shot every time somebody sends a super chat. Yep. As long as it's at least $1. Well, super chats all have to be minimum $1. I don't mind finishing off this little bottle. If you guys want me to hit any of the rum chata stuff, which is higher alcohol content, those are like usually $10 or more. I usually do for those. Hey, an unbiased Nintendo fan shows up on cue as well. I wonder if he's an alternate personality of someone, or if he's just someone who likes to show up really late night to streams. I made the name because, unlike many Nintendo fans who defend Nintendo too many times, I'll give them an amount of criticism they deserve in this situation. Do not sell your Switch, Nate. This morning. Why would I be selling my Switch? Yulia, and he would never touch the laundry if I told him not to touch the laundry. That's not true. So you have actually told me when you've been mad that you will do all the laundry. Don't touch the laundry. And every time you've done that, honey, guess who did laundry while he was working down here? Just saying. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how well reverse psychology works. Reverse psychology works on men like crazy. I'm letting you know right now. If you would tell it to me more often, it would be done more. It's a stupid thing. I wish I had an explanation for you, but it works. I know it works on me. My mom did it to me too. She'd tell me not to clean my room. Then I'd feel bad and I'd clean my room. I'm weak. It's all right. I don't mind being weak. Here's the thing. I don't call it weak. When you feel guilty, when you get to a point that your own mother, your fiance, whoever you're with, tells you not to do things that you know you should be doing, you should feel bad about that. Because what it tells me mentally, unless I know they're trying to reverse psychology me. But if I don't think they're trying to reverse psychology me, what it tells me is they're giving up on me. And having that feeling that, someone you care about and respect is giving up on you isn't a good feeling. It means you're disappointing them. They might not say it to your face, but it means you're disappointing them. And having that feeling to be in a disappointment is not one I enjoy. So. Thoughts on the potential duo of Jimmy Butler and Russell Westbrook The Bucks should be scared of the Heat. I ain't worried about crap. Anything that involves Russell Westbrook, he ain't going anywhere. He'll get eliminated in the first round again. I'm not worried about him. I do not beat her. Hey, babe, I used your that shaving cream you bought, that lavender. Oh. Buttery smooth. My face smells good. What's going on? Later and unbiased. Have a good day. Well, don't drink alcohol is a haha thing. Saying don't do the laundry is like a thing I'd laugh at and be like, I do laundry. I've done laundry plenty. Not this time. How similar do you think 2020 will be to the launch year of Switch? Breath of the Wild 2, possibly Odyssey 2, ARMS 2? I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be as similar as you think it's going to be. I'm not even 100% confident we're getting Breath of the Wild 2 in 2020. All right, you guys got any more questions? What's up? Hitting 11:30 CT over here. Somehow still rocking it. We offer you the best SEO. Yeah, I don't care. You know how many SEO threats I get? Hey, who won the All-Star game today? Oh, AL won it. 7 in a row. I don't really care. I don't watch the All-Star game. And heck, I had 5. Were there 5 Brewers in the All-Star game? Something like that? There's a lot. Everyone wants 2017 recreated. It wasn't that good. Breath of the Wild and Odyssey rule. The hype of the system was new, but it wasn't the best year in gaming of all time. People are nostalgic already. It was the best launch year for exclusives of all time. I mean, even like think about what happened. Even if ports or whatever, right? In the first year of Nintendo Switch, you had a Mario Kart, you had a Zelda, you had a 3D Mario game, you had Splatoon 2, which at this point is a massive IP. You had Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a hardcore JRPG exclusive for Nintendo. You had Fire Emblem Three Houses. You had Skyrim. I know, port, whatever. It's still Skyrim. It still matters. It had never been on a Nintendo platform before. You had the announcements of, but not the release of. Actually, Doom 2016, I think, came out actually that year. Yeah. So Doom came out. You had the announcement of Wolfenstein coming, which was coming the following year, but still. You had LA Noire. I don't know if that's as big a deal, but and that's not even getting into ARMS, brand new fighting game IP. That's a really killer lineup for any year, let alone we're talking, 9 months? That's a 9-month period. All those games, 9 months. That is a good year. That's a very good year. That's even a good launch year. That's a very good year. Screw Wisconsin. Let's all move to the UK. Ole, 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 ole. I don't even know if that's a UK thing. Soccer fans or something. Beats me. I backed away just for you, babe. Do you plan on trading your current Switch for the Switch Mini? I have no idea. I can't give you that answer, Matthew Campos, until I know what the Switch Mini is. I missed Twitch's chat. Hardly any limit. Limit of what? Limit of what? What do you feel limited with over here? I think 2020 could be the best year of Switch. Let's see here. Bayonetta 3. Maybe. We don't even know for sure, but maybe. Animal Crossing, we do know. Potential Breath of the Wild 2, possibly. Also unannounced games. I can't get excited for unannounced games because there's no guarantee they'll be the games I want to play announced. So, I get excited once we know what the games are. Each year of the Switch has been the best year in that placement any gaming system has ever had. I disagree with that. 2018 was pretty barren for exclusives on Switch. If you think 2018 was not barren for exclusives on Switch, then you and I will not agree on a lot. D-Dub, I don't think the next people aren't acting like the next 6 months are bad. What are you talking about? The next 6 months for Nintendo Switch, really starting with Mario Maker, are incredible on Switch. It's the best 6 months period in Switch's history. So, yeah, it's incredible. Well, we're talking full years here. We're not just talking 6 months. Because, see, what was nice about 2017 was from March 1st through the end of December, there were high-quality games spread throughout the entire year. For many people, there was nothing new from Nintendo worth playing in 2019 until literally the end of June. Like, there was the first 6 months of 2019, and a lot of people, unless you were really into Yoshi, had nothing from Nintendo to play. I mean, you need to be honest with yourself. That's why some people are kind of like, yeah, the back half of 2019 is sick, but the first half wasn't so great. 2018 wasn't that bad. Well, let me see. We had Kirby. It was kind of a meh Kirby at that, but we had Kirby. We had, Mario Tennis, which was severely lacking in content. So, again, kind of we had Super Mario Party. Again, severely lacking in content. Crappy online mode. So, another Those are like filler games. Octopath Traveler was great. Legitimately great. Smash Bros. Legitimately great. Where was the killer from Nintendo besides Smash? Pokemon Let's Go, I suppose? Okay, so that's two. Two high-quality AAA games from Nintendo. And one of them wasn't even from them, it's from Game Freak. And it was a remaster of Gen 1. I mean, Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, boom. Okay. All right, well, I mean, Breath of the Wild doesn't count because it was also a port from Wii U. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll give you that. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is not up there? Not up there at AAA quality? Splatoon 2, not up there at AAA quality? ARMS, brand new IP. There's no new IP in I guess you could argue about Traveler, but again, that wasn't even Nintendo. That was Square Enix. So, do you want to give Nintendo credit for Octopath Traveler? Really wasn't because of them. That was Square. So, like, Nintendo didn't give us hardly anything in 2018. Like, for major games, it was Smash. And even then, guys, Smash wasn't made by Nintendo. Smash was made by a third-party company. So, like, from Nintendo, heck, Mario Tennis was made by a third-party company. What did Nintendo make and give? Kirby and Mario Party. Those are the two games Nintendo actually made and gave us in 2018. So don't tell me that 2018 wasn't that bad when those are the only games that Nintendo-owned studios made in 2018. Made and released. I mean, come on. Who's chain you trying to yank over here? See, and the thing is, D-Dub, I just disagree on your assessment of 2017. Like, I'm not arguing what was great or not taste in games. I'm just saying people want 2017 again. It was great, but it wasn't the absolute super smasher. But games released in waves, like, It was. Dude. How can you say that it wasn't Super Smasher? Okay? Let's think factually. Heck, let me show you this. Let me just show you this quick. I got something to show you here. Hold on. One second here. One second. Apologize for the wait here. I gotta bring something up that. All right. Get something to show you here. So these are the top-selling games that Nintendo has published, right, so far. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That came out in 2017. Best-selling game on the entire system. Oh, look, wait. The second best-selling game is Super Mario Odyssey. That came out in 2017. Breath of the Wild. Fourth best-selling game on the entire platform. Came out in 2017. Splatoon 2. What is that? The sixth best-selling game on the whole platform? Sold 8.7. 1-2 Switch. Made the top 10. Ahead of Mario Tennis Aces. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of the best-selling games in the entire Nintendo Switch library released in 2017. Like, who are you kidding, D-Dub? Not if that's not smashing it, then what is? How is this? Boy, why? Because Pokemon Let's Go and Smash Bros. Came out in the same year? Well, so Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Odyssey, 3 of the top 4 came out in the same year. Like, it's 2017 killed it. If 2017 isn't a smashing year, then nothing is. Then literally a smashing year does not exist in the history of gaming. You meant all around. I don't know what you mean by all around. 2017 has so far been the best year all around because it spread out all of these big hits. Launch game, month 2, month 4, month 6. All those games were spread out throughout the year. The problem with this year is, look, we're getting Fire Emblem, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and Mario Maker. All within, well, like 3 major games on Switch. 3 games that are bigger than anything that has happened on Switch. And all of this, we are in July right now. So for 6 months of the year, 3 games are coming out within a month that are bigger than anything that came out in the prior 6 months on Switch. That didn't happen in year 1. 2017, it's not just about this sheer amount of amazing games. We have a packed slate the rest of this year. It's not just about the sheer amount of games coming out. It's about how they're spread throughout the year. Because there's so many games packed into a 6-month period, it's nearly impossible for people who play Switch games and want to get all the exclusives to find the time to play all these damn exclusives. Fire Emblem 3 Houses alone is going to be a 200, 300-hour experience. And before you even have the time to do that, look at all the games coming out in September. Like, the games are not spread out very well. The games are just not spread out very well. 2017 was so great, not just because of the games, but because they were spread out throughout the year. There was basically a major game coming out almost every single month in 2017. That's not true. We have already had 5 of 6, well, I guess 4 of 6 months, I suppose. If you want to count Yoshi. If you don't count Yoshi as a major, then it's been 5 of 6. If you count Yoshi as a major, then it's been 4 of 6. Either way, we've had more months so far in 2019 without a major game than we've had with. Yeah, the rest of this year is going to rock. But man, Fire Emblem would have been way better if it came out in the spring. Release schedule-wise. You know, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 God, wouldn't that have been sweet if that came out in May? Like, the spreading out of the games is not very well this year. It's awesome. The rest of this year is killing it. And you could argue that maybe you prefer the lineup from this year to 2017. But, like, 2017 had the perfect combination of an amazing lineup and great release schedule timing. They delayed the Nintendo Switch on purpose to have that release schedule timing. Unfortunately, they did it so well in 2017 that they went into 2018 without anything to release. They had Kirby and nothing. So, like, they kind of blew their wad, and then now they're making, and it took them, gosh, a year and a half to finally get back to having a killer slate again. I mean, that's my opinion anyways. They blew their wad in 2017, and it took them a year and a half to gather up enough games and have them ready to try to do the same thing again. That's my opinion anyways. Yeah, Smash is great and all this stuff, and I like Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but I think it took them a long time to get back to what they just did in 2017. Think about it. In that 9-month period in 2017, it's been a year and a half since we've had any period remotely close to it. A year and a half. They did that in 9 months. A year and a half, and just now we're getting it. So after this 6-month period, are we going to wait another year and a half before they do it again? I hope not. 2020, maybe that's why it's great Animal Crossing is pushed to next year, because that's going to help alleviate. I thought Fire Emblem should have been earlier this year. So having an early hit game from Nintendo, I think, is huge. But we'll see, because if they don't deliver anything else the rest of next year, it'll just be the Smash Bros. Of 2020, trying to carry the Switch. Now, I know you don't care enough. Of course, I understand that. Like, this isn't a big point of contention. It's cool. I'm just pointing out why people revere 2017 so much. It's not just about what games came out. It's about the release scheduling of those games. It's every month you had a major game to look forward to. That hasn't been true this year. That hasn't been true since 2017. That's what people are talking about. When people talk about, man, killer lineup, we're talking 12 straight months with a major game to play. Heck, we'll take 9 straight months. Not 6, 9. It hasn't happened. Luigi's Mansion 3, that's another one I forgot. Astral Chain, etc., etc., etc. There's so many games coming out in the next 6 months. It's insane. I don't know how any of you guys that are going to be buying all these games are going to have time to play them. Unless you literally are in college and have the summer off, or are a kid and have a lot of free time. I don't know how the hell any of you guys are going to find the time to put in the time it's going to take to beat all these games. Chances are you're probably just not going to buy them all, but I mean, a new gen Pokemon coming, for crying out loud. That alone's hundreds of hours. So, whew. You continue to do what you're doing. Well, the thing is, D-Dub, I wasn't doing anything. Why do you think we're having this debate? There wasn't anything else going on. Let's see here. To be fair, Fire Emblem was planned to release in spring. Yeah, I know. Planned, but it didn't happen. Who compared Death Stranding to Fire Emblem, Astral Chain, and Mario Maker? I mean, it's fine if Death Stranding... Mr. Young Heglion. Death Stranding will put to shame all Nintendo exclusives in 2019. I'm cool, like, if you're most hyped for Death Stranding. Like, if you think Death Stranding is going to be Game of the Year, then, I mean, arguably it puts to shame every game. Not just Nintendo. Everything. Puts to shame Kingdom Hearts 3. Puts to shame anything Xbox is doing, Gears of War 5, Call of Duty, anything that comes out this year from anyone else. If you think Death Stranding is going to be Game of the Year, like, sweet. Then you can't just single out Nintendo. You have to say Death Stranding puts everything to shame. If you think it's going to be the very best game of this year, it puts everything else to shame. That's what Game of the Year does. Breath of the Wild put everything else to shame in 2017. This year, Death Stranding might be doing the same thing. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't mean to switch there. Cool. Like, that's fine. I have no problem if that's the game you're most hyped for. At all. I don't have a problem if you're most hyped for, I don't know, some pinball game. I don't really care. You're into what you're into. But, like, one game being amazing like that doesn't mean all these other games are not great, you know? So, for me, Luigi's Mansion 3 has potential to be Game of the Year. But, Let's see here. I'm 32. I find time to play and do YouTube and work and have a kid. Yeah, but DW, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of hours. I'm like, as an example, are you going to be done with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 if you were going to buy it? Let's just say you were going to buy it. Are you actually going to be done with that when Fire Emblem comes out in a week? Will you be done with Marvel Ultimate Alliance when Fire Emblem hits? And then when Fire Emblem hits, are you actually going to be done with that before the next major game in September? And then you're going to be done with that before Link's Awakening? And then you're going to be done with Link's Awakening before Astral Chain hits? The answer to all of that is, unless you literally are just sitting at home playing games and not working, not taking care of your kid, no. There's not enough time in the day. There's not enough time in the day if you have responsibilities and a job. I'm not saying you can't find time to game. I find time to game. I don't find time to spend like what it would take to basically review a game to beat it in a week. We're talking you have a week to beat games. Is what we're talking about here. Games that have some of these games that have hundreds of hours. You have a week before the next major game. A week. Like, it's insane. If you're lucky, you get 2 weeks. The end of this year is so bad. And this isn't even counting any indie games you might be hyped for as well. Like, there's some great indie games coming the rest of the year, too. Like, Switch is killing it. It's like, New Doom Eternal as well. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Like, oh my gosh. The games just keep rolling in the rest of this year. It doesn't stop. I'm almost kind of thankful Nintendo doesn't have full AAA. Witcher 3? Ugh. That Nintendo doesn't have full AAA support right now because I don't know. Imagine if we were getting Call of Duty and all the other big AAA games. Like, when are we going to find time to play any of this stuff? Oh, man. I mean, the answer is you just don't buy everything. But if you were going to buy everything, like, you're not going to find the time. Your wallet's getting screwed. That happens, Philip. To make matters worse, half the games coming in fall or winter, we don't even have release dates for. Yeah, so it's even hard to like plan. If you want to plan out how you want a game, like it's really hard right now because you don't know when things are coming. Like Luigi's Mansion 3, you don't know exactly when that's hitting. I assume in October, but we just don't know. We don't have to beat a game to play the next. That's right. We can play multiple games at the same time. Sure. This is true. We can play multiple games at the same time. Sure. But you know what happens when you play multiple games at the same time? It means you're slowly progressing through the games and it takes you even longer to beat them. Now, you might not beat the games. I mean, the truth of the matter is, this is the untold truth of that people don't talk about. Think about your library of games right now. Just think about it. Think about your library of games. How many of those games have you beat compared to how many of those games have you played? Just be honest. Like, open your Switch right now. Go through. I'm not talking about completion, like 100%. I'm just talking about, like, beat the main story. You got to the end, you saw the credits or whatever. How many games in your library have you played versus how many have you beat? Now, if you just care about playing the game and not beating them, you can play everything. You can find time to try thousands of games a year if you don't care about beating them. But I assume, and maybe this is a bad assumption on my part, but as a Nintendo enthusiast channel, I naturally assume that most of you like to beat your games. Not necessarily 100% them, but beat them. Now, there are some weird things. Like, if you... What might skew things a bit, and actually I think D-Dub actually brought this up, 40 games out of 60 or something. But eShop games. Like, obviously indie games, some of those you can beat in a day. Like, indie games can skew things a little bit because most of them aren't, like, super, super long. When they're 10 hours and under, like, okay, yeah, you're going to, end up beating those games a ton. But, the point I'm bringing up is that how many people talk about their back catalog of games, because there's the games they've started and haven't finished, I buy more games than I beat, I have a problem. Everyone buys more games than they beat. Everyone does. Sometimes you don't enjoy the game enough to beat it. I mean, that's a truth too. You might be like, hey, this game's good, but I just don't enjoy it enough to beat it. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. It's your money. The only thing wrong with it is that maybe, in hindsight, maybe you wouldn't have bought the game right away. You would have waited till it was discounted or something. Cheers, True Dog. Is my fiance home yet? I don't think she's home yet. I didn't beat Hollow Knight, but I beat Owlboy and the Messenger and Katana Zero. Nice. But is it a blank statement, D-Bud? Think about this. So, think about this. Think about what you said, right? So, you beat 40 games out of 60. Are you going to beat those other 20 before Fire Emblem hits? Are you going to beat those other 20 before Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Are you going to beat those other 20 before you buy more games? Or is it more likely that the more games that come out you want to play on Switch, that by the end of this generation, you have 20 that you haven't beaten right now, right? That's in what? 2 years? I don't know if you got Switch at launch, but if you got Switch at launch, that's in what? 2.5 years? So 2.5 years from now, you're going to have 40 games. Double it. If Switch is still somehow going, I don't know how, if it's going to be. If it's somehow going after that, it would be 60 games not beaten. Like, do you not see how that adds up? Yeah, you'll still have more games beaten than not. But think about how quickly that lines up. And now, for me, I look at it like this. I would say, between all platforms, I probably buy, counting indie games, anywhere from 20 plus games per year, right? And of that, let's say maybe 8 I don't beat. I'm not sure. I'm probably lowballing because on Switch my count's way higher than that. But I'm trying to think of all the PC, Xbox, and other stuff I bought over the years. But let's just say on average, so let's say on average I have anywhere between 8 and 10 games per year I buy that I don't finish. Well, I've been gaming for 25 years. So, even when I finally go back and finish them, there's other games I bought now that I haven't finished. So what ends up happening is it ends up with 80, 100, 1,000, It adds up over time. I have a back catalog of games in my life of starting and not finishing that probably isn't larger than how many I have actually finished, but is of significant, it's a significant number. If I sat down and just what I could remember, because there's going to be games I don't remember, it would be an insane number. I could probably think of at least 500 that I bought and not finished. Now I could probably think of 1,000 that I have finished, but it's just food for thought. And then there's some games that are endless, of course, that you don't. I mean, you don't really beat Minecraft, right? You don't really beat even Mario Maker. I guess I don't know. Do you consider just beating the single player as beating the game? I'm not really sure because everything else in the game is infinitely endless. So I mean, maybe it all also depends on what you consider. I guess the complete, like for me, for Mario Kart, it would be doing the single player and unlocking all the courses like that. Yeah. Look at OJ gets every big game in collector's edition, but he doesn't really play much by his own admission. Well, one thing to take into consideration too, when you're a YouTuber that like him that does game reviews, is you're usually focused on the games that you're going to be reviewing. Like he knows he's reviewing Fire Emblem, so everything for him is going to be focused on Fire Emblem, and then it'll probably be Astral Chain. I think he's going to a one game focus per month moving forward. I think that's what he's going to do. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's what he's going to do the rest of this year anyways. I don't know what he's going to... I know those are the next 2 games he'll be focusing on, and then I'm not sure what he's looking forward to after that. And I think it's just to make things more sane for him. So he's not, buying. Well, he'll buy games, but so he's not like trying to. Not trying to do what Dreamcast guy does, or like he'll try to rush. Like, dude, Dreamcast guy spends a majority of his time playing games. He'll spend like 100 hours a week playing games because he's like reviewing so many games at once. It's insane. I don't know how he does it. I couldn't do that. Like, not if I want high quality reviews, I couldn't do that. I don't say I don't have the mental capacity, but I don't think I have the ability to consistently produce high quality reviews if I was doing them at the pace he does. But he somehow does it. I don't know how he does it. Congrats for having the fortitude for that, man. Shout out to Dreamcast guy for somehow being able to produce all those quality reviews that he does. The problem is people don't want to miss the hype. However, when the next new shiny thing comes out a month later, the other game gets lost and rarely finished. Yeah, that happens too. I think what a lot of people do is they like getting games day one, even though they know it'll be cheaper later, because they like being not just part of the hype. There's a community aspect to gaming. We're kidding ourselves. We're all on the internet right now. We are literally in a Nintendo gaming community talking about games right now. So like, we're kidding ourselves if we don't think that community aspect matters to us. Like, one thing I'm going to miss this year, since I'm not picking up so many games until 2020 when my budget, comes back around, is that I'm going to miss out on a lot of the community aspects of having these games. Like, the community aspect of Link's Awakening, of Fire Emblem, of Luigi's Mansion. Like, when the entire Nintendo community is kind of coming together to talk about these games as they're coming out, I'm going to kind of be on the outside of a lot of that. And it's going to be interesting navigating the waters with my channel when I will be navigating around. Like, it's kind of like all these Mario Maker 2 videos came out, right? When Mario Maker 2 came out, there wasn't any videos from me about it. When Fire Emblem comes out, it'll be all these videos about Fire Emblem. There won't be any videos from me about it. Like, it's going to be interesting because all these Nintendo channels, or ones that do a lot of Nintendo content, have infinite amounts of like content ideas they could do for the rest of this year. And I got to kind of wade through all of that and find my own niche and my own unique ways to continue to make content and keep my channel relevant while everyone else is actually covering games. I'll be like, yeah, okay. When's the next Nintendo Direct? That'll be like a big thing on my channel. When's the next this? When's the next that? Hey, is Switch Mini out now? Cool. Oh, hey, let's talk about that. Is there some more rumors to talk about? I'll probably start some top 10s and some other things as well, but still, I'll find content to fill the gaps. But it's still like it's one of those things where like I get to wade through all of that, and that's one part I will miss this year is the community aspect of, hey, we're all playing this game at the same time, and it's really neat because we can all talk about it and not worry about spoilers as much and just enjoy and have really cool conversations and videos. I think that community is a huge thing with games, even single player experiences. I still think there's a huge community aspect around that. And I know that just from Zelda. Zelda's been basically single player the entire time, and there's still a huge community aspect built around Zelda. I love Dreamcast guy. He's a cool dude, but he lies. He just does. I won't get into that. I don't have to defend him. That's on him. Are you going to be on the AMM podcast tomorrow? I haven't cleared it with my fiance yet. I want to. So I am planning to be on that podcast, but I can't guarantee it yet. I know it sucks. Normally I guarantee it to him a full day before, but I can't guarantee it to him. So I'm invited on. I'll probably be invited on every single one. But I will not. I cannot commit to it. I shouldn't say I'm not going to be on. I cannot commit to it yet. You guys will know if I'm going to be on because I advertise it usually when I'm on. So I give a little warning, but hey, look, come check this out. I'm going to be on this tonight. Model Z, I absolutely agree. More inclined to play a game if there are others around me playing it. Yeah, again, community is a big thing with games. What's an MCN? It's a multi-channel network, is what it is. But we already talked about that earlier in the stream. You see Blank Game comes out, and RGT and Spawn talk about it, and Spawncast, then next week, it's on to the next thing. I bought games out of that. It's new. I want to play it. Pressure. The thing about, RGT does gaming news too. So I guess the thing about RGT and Spawn like doing stuff like that is that they're news. They're news channels. So like it's always on to the next. Like with me, it's always on to the next because the news doesn't stop flowing just because, Fire Emblem comes out or something. It doesn't mean news stops coming about new games and new products. Like you got to keep moving forward. If you don't keep moving forward and you stop, if you're a news channel, you fall behind. You have to keep moving forward. So that's just the way it works as a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber that does news, I do news too, you got to keep moving forward. But if you're a YouTuber that's more of a reviewer, a Dreamcast guy, I wouldn't consider him a news. He'll every now and then he'll talk about news, but he's not really a news tuber. He's a commentator who does reviews. So he could slow things down like that. So can others. Arlo does that. Arlo slows things down. So, heck, OJ's doing that now. In terms of his YouTube channel, OJ is very much not like a news-oriented channel anymore. He used to be like me. He used to do news. Now he's more like hey, I'm going to focus on individual topics and once a day, and I'm going to, it might be the same topic each day, but a different take on it. Like right now, if you didn't know any better and you just found his channel, you would think that he's a Fire Emblem channel, for crying out loud. And I think that's just how he's going to do things. And he's finding success doing it. Everyone does things differently. So Spawnwave, who literally has a daily news show, Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday, whatever. Like, yeah, of course he's always on the next thing. He has to be. He's got to stay up to date. Link's Awakening is your second favorite Zelda game, but looks like I'll have to get that later since there's no urgency to get a Nintendo game while many others are limited print run. Yeah. If you're into some of those limited print run games, obviously those are a lot more urgent because you won't be able to get them later, or at least not be able to get them at market value. You'll get them at market value, but you get them at secondhand market value instead of MSRP. What Nintendo IPs would you want to come to Switch that isn't there already? Kid Icarus, F-Zero. Off the top of my head, Star Tropics. It's a really old one, but I want that one to come back. Advance Wars. I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm refusing to Google. I wouldn't mind seeing a new Brain Age come out. I really enjoyed the Brain Age games. Mario Super Sluggers. Mario Strikers. And I'm thinking of ones that aren't already announced. Like, obviously Metroid, but, it's announced. Fire Emblem, we know we're getting it. I'd like to see a Pokemon Snap 2, which is very clearly we're not going to get, or a Pokemon Coliseum Stadium game. Wave Race. Definitely want some more Wave Race action. Snowboard Kids, like to see that come back. I heard Stranger Things 3 was disappointing. The game or the show? I've finished Stranger Things 3, the show. I enjoyed it. I don't know that, it might be the weakest of the 3 seasons, but I don't think it's weak because of the story. How do I put this? There's nothing I would have changed about season 3 of Stranger Things. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I think what it is that seasons 1 and 2 had a lot of mystery around what was going on, right? A lot of things we don't understand. By the time we get to season 3, we understand it now. So now that you understand how the upside or whatever it's called, it works, and how the beast works, and all this stuff, how mind flayers work. Like once you understand all of that, it makes it be less mysterious in season 3 what's going on. So season 3 relies then on being less about mysterious things. Now they introduced a whole new thing into it. I don't want to spoil what it is. A whole new thing that is going to be ongoing for season 4. But I actually really enjoyed season 3 a lot. But it's a very different season from the prior two. Because, the mystery of the upside and stuff is gone. So now there's a new mystery introduced that I still can't figure out. That's going to be interesting because I don't know if we're going to know the answer to it until the series is over, like in the final season. The new mystery. And the new mystery is not even a scary one. It's more like a curiosity, like why this? Like why this? And you're not going to get the why, I think, even next season. So it's really good. Season 3 is really good. It's just, I can understand why people might not think it's as good as the first 2 seasons, but I mean, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was the exact direction they were going to go. Made a lot of sense. See how season 4 goes now. Very curious now. Very curious how season 4 goes. Sword and Shield reuses animations from 3DS. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's just a fact. WarioWare, sure. Let's get some WarioWare games on Switch. Why not? Hydro Thunder, Jet Moto, Road Rash, SSX. Rhythm Heaven. Bravely Third is coming. Star Fox. Yep, new Star Fox game would be nice. Advance Wars is such a fantastic series. It is. I reviewed which game was it? I reviewed an indie game. They just emailed me actually because there's like a big expansion coming out for it that they want to give me a code for. I can't remember the name of it. I reviewed an Advance Wars like game on Switch. It actually was really good. I gave it a really good review. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to take advantage of the offer because they'll only give me the code if I plan to make some content, which I understand. Like, if you give me a code, you expect me to make content. I get that. They're not asking me to give them a positive review. They're just saying, look, we're not going to give you the code if you're not going to do anything, even if it's saying something bad. I'm like, I get it. So I had to decide if I want to make any content. Wargroove. Was it Wargroove? No, it wasn't Wargroove. No, it wasn't Wargroove. Nope. So, and the thing is, that's the kind of content I could have the rest of the year too, is that I do have some other indie people contacting me wanting me to do some content. So, no, I'll go look it up right now. Hold on. Where's my reviews? Oh, I don't have a reviews thing up anymore. Of course I don't, because I don't really do reviews. 1 second. I'll go to my old review playlist. Nope. It is... Oh, now my fiance's home, so I'm going to end the stream here soon. In a minute or two. As soon as now it's bugging me that I don't remember the name of it. No, it's not Bandit or Saga or Mercenary Saga, no. Where are my product reviews? Oh, maybe it's under game reviews? No, not Yoshi's Scratcher World. No, it's not under there. It's under product reviews. Product reviews. Where are my product reviews? God, I haven't done one. It's all there. We go. View full playlist. It is. No, not Feudal Alloy. I did that earlier this year. Another indie game. Tiny Metal. That's what it was. Tiny Metal. And I think the director of the game is actually the one who's emailing me. All right. Well, my fiance's home now, so I'm gonna dip out here, go get some sleep, all that jazz. Let's see here. Shout out to the 4 super chats we got, and we gained a subscriber during the stream. It's cool. So True Dog X, thank you for your $2. Epic Pew for the $5 Australian. Matthew Campos for 2. That Mario fanboy with the 1. I appreciate those super chats today. I appreciate all you guys showing up, dropping likes on the video. We had a lot of likes on the stream. Thank you so much for all those likes. Hey, why not drop a like before you leave? The stream is going to go live after the fact. Nothing got too crazy tonight, so we'll let the stream go live after the fact, so the public can come view it if they want, and find out about MCNs and all that stuff that it was advertised as. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you up in the next stream whenever that is. Bye.